Ever wondered why you end up spending more at restaurants than you planned? Well, you're not alone. Most of us have been there looking at our receipts in disbelief, wondering how we managed to splurge just for a meal. This isn't a mere coincidence or a result of our lack of self-control. It's actually a subtle play of psychology, an art that restaurants have mastered to perfection. From the moment you step into a restaurant to the time you pay your bill, every element is carefully designed to make you spend more. The enticing aroma, the carefully crafted menu, the soothing background music, the strategic pricing, they all play a crucial role in influencing our decisions and behaviors. So the next time you find yourself spending more than you intended at a restaurant, know that it's not entirely your fault. As it turns out, there's a method to the madness. It's all part of the restaurant's strategy to increase sales. Did you know that even the menu is designed to make you spend more? That's right. Every detail, from the placement of dishes to the use of language, is a calculated move to encourage you to shell out a little more than you planned. Let's start with the placement of dishes. Ever noticed how the second item on the menu is usually the most expensive dish? That's not a coincidence. It's a tactic known as anchoring. By placing the priciest item at the top, every other dish seems reasonably priced in comparison. It's a classic trick, and it works. Then there's the language, descriptive language to be precise. Restaurants don't just serve chocolate cake. Oh no, they serve decadent, double-layered Belgian chocolate cake with a rich, creamy ganache. Doesn't that sound more tempting, more worthy of the extra few dollars it costs? That's the power of descriptive language. It paints a vivid, mouth-watering picture that's hard to resist. And let's not forget about the pricing strategies. Ever wondered why so many restaurants opt for prices that end in 9 or 0.95? It's because we perceive these numbers to be significantly less than they actually are. A dish priced at $9.95 seems much cheaper than one priced at $1.10, even though the difference is just 5 cents. This psychological trick, known as charm pricing, can significantly boost sales. Take, for instance, a popular Italian restaurant chain. They use all these strategies and more. Their menu is full of enticing descriptions, prices end in 0.95, and the second dish is always the most expensive. And guess what? It works. Their sales are through the roof. But the most fascinating part is that we're all aware of these tricks on some level, yet we still fall for them. Why? Because they tap into our subconscious, influencing our decisions without us even realizing it. So the next time you're looking at a menu, remember, every detail is designed to influence your choices. It's not just the menu. The restaurant's atmosphere can also influence your spending. Now, let's dive into the world of music, lighting, and decor. These are essential elements in the dining experience, but they also serve another purpose. They subtly encourage you to spend more. Imagine you're in a dimly lit restaurant with soft music playing in the background and tastefully decorated interiors. You're more likely to linger, order another round of drinks, or perhaps even go for that high-end steak. This isn't merely speculation. There's science behind it. Research has shown that slower music can lead to diners spending more time in the restaurant and, as a result, more money. It creates a relaxed, unhurried environment where you're more likely to order that dessert or extra drink. Lighting, too, plays a significant role. A well-lit restaurant might be perfect for a quick lunch, but dim lighting is linked with increased creativity and reduced inhibition, meaning you might be more adventurous with your food choices and less concerned about the bill. The decor, from the color of the walls to the type of seating, can also influence your spending. Ever notice the prevalence of red and yellow in fast food chains? These colors are known to stimulate appetite and increase speed of service. Let's take the example of a well-known upscale restaurant in New York City. They invested heavily in their decor, creating an atmosphere that oozes luxury. The result? Customers felt they were getting more value for their money and were willing to pay higher prices. So the next time you're dining out and find yourself swaying to the music, soaking in the ambience, remember, it's all part of the restaurant's strategy to make your dining experience memorable and, yes, to get you to open your wallet a bit more. The atmosphere isn't just about creating a pleasant dining experience, it's also a subtle strategy to make you spend more. Ever noticed how wait staff always seem to suggest just the right dish or drink to complement your meal? Well, there's more to that than just a friendly suggestion. It's actually an artful strategy known as upselling, and it's a crucial part of the restaurant industry's playbook. Upselling is the technique of encouraging customers to purchase a higher-priced item, upgrade, or add on to enhance their dining experience. And it's not just about selling the most expensive item on the menu. It's about making strategic suggestions that add value to your meal, and of course, to the restaurant's bottom line. Consider this. You're at a steakhouse, and you've just ordered your favorite cut. The server might suggest a particular vintage of red wine that pairs perfectly with your choice of steak. Or, at a seafood restaurant, the waiter might recommend a sumptuous lobster bisque to start your meal off right. These aren't random suggestions. They're well-planned strategies to make your meal more enjoyable and, yes, more expensive. And it's not just about food. Upselling can also come in the form of recommending top-shelf spirits over well drinks, or suggesting that decadent dessert to finish off your meal. Staff are trained to read their customers, to understand their tastes and preferences, and to make recommendations accordingly. This requires a keen understanding of the menu, the ability to pair dishes and drinks effectively, and a knack for convincing the customer that the upsell is worth the added cost. Take the case of a popular Italian restaurant chain that trained its servers to upsell a specific premium pasta dish. The result? A significant increase in sales of that dish and a healthy boost to the restaurant's revenue. Upselling isn't just about good salesmanship, though. It's about using psychology to make you feel like you're getting a more luxurious, personalized experience. And while it often means you'll pay a bit more, it also means you'll likely enjoy your meal even more. Upselling isn't just good salesmanship. It's a calculated strategy to increase your bill. Even the way prices are presented can influence how much you spend. That's right, folks. It's not just about the number, but how it's packaged. Welcome to the fascinating world of pricing psychology. Let's start with the classic, the 0.99 pricing. It's a trick as old as commerce itself, and yet it works like a charm. You see, when we look at a price, our brains process from left to right. So, a dish priced at $9.99 seems significantly cheaper than one priced at $10, even though the difference is just a penny. It's a sneaky way to make us feel like we're getting a bargain. Next up, we have the clever omission of dollar signs. Ever notice that some menus just show numbers without the dollar sign? That's not a design oversight. It's a calculated move. Research has shown that when dollar signs are left out, we're less likely to associate the cost with spending money. So if you see a dish listed as 15 instead of $15, you're more likely to order it without thinking twice about the cost. Finally, let's delve into the concept of anchoring. It's a psychological principle where we rely heavily on the first piece of information offered when making decisions. In the context of a menu, a high-priced item at the top sets the anchor. So even if you opt for a cheaper dish, you'll still feel like you're spending quite a bit. It's a clever way to make the rest of the menu seem reasonably priced. A perfect example of these tactics in play is the upscale steakhouse that lists a $200 Kobe beef steak at the top of the menu. It makes the $50 ribeye seem like a steal, doesn't it? So the next time you see a price on a menu, remember, it's not just a number, it's a psychological tool. The world of dining is a culinary chess game, and now you're one move ahead. So now you know some of the tricks of the trade. We've dived into the artful world of dining out, a place where psychology and business tactics seamlessly blend. We've explored the magic of menu design, where the layout, color, and even typography can subtly guide your choices. We've also touched on the power of atmosphere, where lighting, music, and decor can influence not only what you order, but how much you're willing to pay. Upselling, a seemingly harmless suggestion, can have you adding extras, upgrading your meal, and inadvertently increasing your bill. And let's not forget the psychology of pricing, where strategic number placement and the anchor price phenomenon can make a meal seem like a steal. Next time you dine out, keep these points in mind. You may just find yourself making smarter choices and saving some money in the process.